Put your feet up for the day. Don't forget about this lot.
I will, and thanks.
Don't worry about it.
Yesterday was so awful.
I was hardly going to leave you high and dry now, was I?
I know, but...
You have a good day.
I should just ignore him, Terry, love.
It's Zoe. I've called her a couple of times. I was just wondering if Gabby wanted to come round and play with Jean, that's all. Call me back.
Do you think you'll get a chance to go see her? I'm happy to cover the warden's meeting.
I have planned to go to the hospital.
Oh, sure. But she's up there on her own. I mean, she definitely doesn't want to talk to me.
I know, but I've other priorities today.
Why do I get the feeling that you're trying to avoid this?
Hello? Laurel, how are you? Oh, good. Oh,
Hi.
great. Good, good.
Good morning.
The famous Lorelei.
I'm fine, thanks.
Wonder if he's told her I'm here.
I imagine he has. Why?
No, she just might not like it, that's all.
I can meet you at the station if you like. Honestly, I don't mind. I'll make time.
I think you're about to find out.
Yeah.
No, if you're sure, all right. Yeah, well, let me know if you change your mind. Okay, see you then. Bye. Well, I hope you'll all be pleased to learn that Laurel will be returning to us tomorrow.
We were just discussing what she's thinking of me being here.
Oh?
Jasmine asked.
Well, I'm sure you two will get on just fine. That being said, I wouldn't mind having her to myself tomorrow afternoon. You think the pair of you could make yourself scarce for a couple of hours?
Yeah. I mean, we can see what's on the pictures. Get a pizza beforehand or something.
Suits me.
How is he? Is he off the ventilator?
About an hour ago. Any change?
He's breathing on his own all right, so we've stopped the sedation. When he comes round a little, we'll have a better idea.
About what?
Kelly, as you know, we had problems when we took Scott off the respirator before. If he responds the same this time, well, obviously there'll be further investigations. Anyway, excuse me. I'll let you know if there's any further developments.
Okay. No problem. I'll tell him. Bye. Well, you kept this quiet, didn't you? Anyway, you're in. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Now, you can expect the mystery judge any time within the next week or so.
Right.
Obviously, they'll need you to be here when he shows up, so if you've got any problems, ring this number.
Sure. Just one thing. I was
Morning, campers. Howdy, hi.
Strangely enough, I never even entered for the top pub chef of the North, as far as I'm aware.
Well, somebody from this pub very like has entered it, pet, because they've got menus from you and everything.
You said, goodness me, Bob. I think you know what my next question is.
Yes, and I respectfully refuse to answer that on grounds of self-incrimination, but I might know a young lady who can.
Just a minute, Bob. Bob!
Viv. Kevin. How's he doing?
Well, he's breathing on his own.
Oh, good.
Yeah, terrific. Still lying there half dead if you hadn't noticed.
I just meant relatively speaking, that's all.
Of course, we don't know whether he's brain damaged yet or whether he'll be disabled for life. Still, whatever happens, I expect your best mate will just walk away from it.
I'd really rather not talk about Zoe's part in all this, if you don't mind.
Of course you wouldn't. Have to admit that the poor, saintly little rich bitch had done something wrong in the first place. Doesn't quite fit into your cosy little view of the world, does it?
Viv.
Shh. Come on, let's get a cup of coffee.
How are you doing?
Well, he's in there and I've got them two with me pretty much permanently, so I've had better times, yeah.
Eric Pollard, will you calm down? I know you're disappointed. That so-called financial advisor is a very nasty man. All right, he's a very nasty teenage man. But if he can't come up with anything, then we'll just have to go elsewhere to raise some cash. Yeah, look, don't worry about it. I've got a plan. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Flipping heck, what have you come as?
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask what kind.
Oh, she's firing on all cylinders today. Hey, I've got to use my natural assets to raise some cash.
I'm so not going to ask any more.
Fair enough. Get us a coffee then, will you, pet?
Actually, can you get Leslie to do it? I've got to see Marlon.
Leslie!
Effie?
Hey Zoe, I was just going to get some of my stuff, just socks and things like that, but I'll be out of your hair as soon as I've been upstairs.
Well, you don't have to rush off, do you?
I think I do, yeah. I don't know if me and you are even supposed to be talking.
Right. OK. Well, you better get going. Everyone else has.
Zoe? I don't suppose 5 minutes will do any harm.
So has he ever said how long it's been going on for?
You know, Mark, don't say out about anything.
I don't think you went for women when they were spoken for. Complicates things.
Yeah.
I can see you've told me everything you know.
Everything he knows about what?
Ah, the man himself. I was wondering if you'd like to shed a little more light on...
It's your round.
What?
Look, Maxine, why don't you go and get me and him a pint, and while you're there, you can get yourself a half. Then we'll really know you've turned into our sister, you big girly gossip.
If you're going to be like that, half Matthew?
You're right.
No prizes for guessing what was top of his agenda.
Yeah, well, I don't want to talk about it, so when he gets back, change the subject, will you?
Surprised you're not back at the Love Nest. Isn't she waiting for you?
Which bit of my last sentence didn't you understand?
I just don't get why you're so upset.
Top pub chef of the North. Try saying it out loud to yourself. What image does it conjure up for you?
You what?
Well, is it Raymond Blanc creating something unique, or some bloke in Halifax coming up with the best chicken in basket in North?
Oh, sorry, no, I don't buy that. You saw the publicity. You know as well as I do that it was for top quality chefs.
Oh, no.
Well, you do.
Right. It's for really brilliant people, and I'm not worthy. Happy now?
No, I'm not happy now.
Do you want to know why I'm not going to do it? Do you? It's because I've been there, OK? I'm in a restaurant, remember? It lasted all of 5 minutes. It failed. I felt awful. I'm better off where I am. I avoid any more disappointment that way, don't I? Now you know.
Reverend Thomas. D.I. Warren.
Hello?
Got a minute to talk?
What about?
Just wanted your thoughts on what happened between Mr. Windsor and Miss Tate.
You want me to make a statement?
Oh, no, nothing formal. Just after a bit of background, that's all, if you're not too busy.
All right.
Great. Let's go for a cuppa, shall we?
I think we should talk about what happened.
No, we shouldn't. I'm compromised enough as it is, thank you.
I know what you saw looked bad.
Look, hold on. Look bad. You're standing there with that syringe in your hand, and then I've ended up lying about it.
What?
Well, I didn't tell him everything I saw, did I? So I'm lying by omission.
I'm very grateful.
I don't want you to thank me. I just can't believe you put me in this position.
Right, so it's my fault now, is
well,
it?
No, that's not what I said, is it?
Yeah, well, it's what I'm hearing.
You had to play little games with Scott, didn't you?
I seem to remember you implying that he was getting everything that he deserved.
Well, maybe I was wrong. It's been known.
I don't believe this.
Well, look at you, Zoe. It's always a payback issue with you, isn't it? It's not always about family honour, you know. If you'd just gone, without him knowing, quietly, we wouldn't even be in this situation.
It must be fantastic to be always so wise after the event.
Well, no, I'm not. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just... I'm not even supposed to be here. I better go. Sorry.
You're not going to drink your tea, then?
No, you're all right. See you later.
Almost, but not entirely unlike T.O.
I really could do...
Oh, I won't keep you much longer, promise. So you think Mr. Windsor's been a good father to Jean?
Well, yes. I mean, once Zoe and he came to an understanding.
Which took some time, didn't it? the circumstances of Jean's conception being somewhat unusual. He struck you as a violent man.
Scott, I've only known him to be violent once.
He's been accused of rape before, not just by Miss Tate. You know about that.
People get accused of all sorts of things.
Except that it was all about the same time he was claiming to be Jean's father. Mr. Windsor's obviously a fairly volatile person.
It's really not for me to say.
Then Miss Tate's pretty volatile, isn't she? Burnt down your church, if I remember correctly.
Oh, no, wait, hang on a minute. She was ill. She didn't do it out of some sort of fit of pique.
How do you know?
Because I was there. Everything that Zoe did at that time, from sleeping with Scott Windsor to burning down the church, was related to a schizophrenic illness. I don't expect that's any surprise to you either.
It's certainly no surprise that's what she said she was going through. Or that her schizophrenia has been used to explain various lapses of memory several times since. I've been given a whole file on the appeal of her sister-in-law a few years back, Mrs. Charity Tate.
I'm sorry, I don't follow you.
Just that, in my experience, people say all sorts to get out of trouble, don't they?
Right, mate. What's occurring?
What does it look like? I'm just sorry I'm letting Big Al down.
You sure that's what you want? I was quite looking forward to you being my landlord. Nothing stopped you buying this place on your own, you know.
Talk sense, Bob.
You just put so much into it, that's all. Why let it go now?
Because I want shot. I want her, the B&B, all out of my life. Meanwhile, I'm going for a pint. Tell me that your brother isn't in there. I guess I shouldn't be asking which one. Do I look like I'm in the mood for a laugh?
Yeah, let's keep it all civil, shall we?
I'm only asking so I can go in for a quiet pint.
Matt left half an hour ago.
There you go.
Can I come in?
Re-contrast board.
So you still want to kill me then?
Just don't get too close to the cutlery, that's all.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It's all right. You know, I'm still not quite sure why you did it, mind.
I thought you'd win.
Yeah? I mean, that's what I won. It's, yeah?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, it's like you said earlier, you're the real McCoy. None of that deep-frying scampi in a microwave.
I mean, you wouldn't deep-fry anything in a microwave, but do go on.
I just thought, it's about time you pushed yourself forward. You know, show the world outside what you can really do.
Wow. Hang on. It's not just because you want a celebrity boyfriend, is it?
Well, yeah, I've got to have some perks. There were some selfish motives.
Yeah, well, I reckon you're allowed to be a bit selfish at the moment with everything that's, you know, with everything. Oh, come on.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, purely selfishly on my part, you keep massaging my ego, I might just do it.
Really?
Yeah, let's.
Yes, love. I'm here.
I'm sorry.
So then, what brings you here? Pastoral care.
See how you are? I was at the hospital. Scott's off the ventilator.
You said anything?
Not while I was there. The police, on the other hand, were extremely chatty. And if it's okay with you, Zoe, I'd like to go over what happened again.
Come on, lover boy. Your girlfriend's been here 15 minutes now.
Come in.
He is worse than a woman.
Sorry.
Don't worry. I'm going to tell him.
I thought you'd have done by now.
What?
Well, I can keep some secrets, you know.
What?
Well, we have something of an announcement to make, haven't we?
Oh, yes?
Yeah. After some persuasion from Donna, we have decided that I will be entering Top Pub Chef of the North!
Oh.
OK, kind of expecting a reaction, a positive one if possible.
No, that's great.
Fantastic. Good on you, mate. Right, hang on. Your menu.
You know what?
We had to submit one for you.
I thought they were going to announce something else then.
Yeah, you're not alone now, are you?
Flipping heck.
What? Do you like it?
Doesn't sound like a happy flipping egg to me.
They're all dishes that you've done here, we made sure.
Keeping it all at the same time, I can't do it!
You just announced that you would!
That was before I saw this!
Oh, come on, you can't back down now. Besides, I've never seen a menu that Marlon Dingle can't conquer.
Absolutely.
Oh, for me. Come on, celebrity boyfriend. Realising true potential.
Celebrity. I bet we're getting a good Christmas present for this.
And what's been bothering me is... Well, that day, when you found out that Scott had been deceiving you...
With his mother?
I think you were angrier than I've ever seen you.
Can you blame me?
It's not about whether I blame you. It's about what happened afterwards.
Has she sent you? Viv?
No. And you're avoiding the question.
OK, Ashley. What happened is that I decided to humiliate him. Just like he'd humiliated me, play him his own game. And I have to tell you that when I did it, it felt good. Watching his face fall, watching that arrogant man deflate, shrink into the playground bully that he really is. It felt fantastic.
About time we did some work.
Look who's talking.
Hi. Had a good day?
Not bad. And you?
Yeah. Hadn't covered this up at the factory. Full of contacts I've not been in touch with for a while.
Which means that you haven't ripped them off for ages, so they won't be as angry with you.
Well, here's hoping. Thought I might call a few anyway.
Well, you'll be pleased to know I've been keeping up my end.
Whoa!
Ta-da! I flashed my best assets and the shop assistant says I can keep these as long as I like.
You do realise he might very well have let you have them anyway, with or without the ad.
Yeah, but would he have carried them to the car for me? Nice looking old bloke he was as well.
I bet he was.
Anyhow, now that we've got some samples, we can really get this road on the show, can't we?
Hello, Betty.
Don't you hello me, lady. Why would you think I'd want to talk to you?
Sorry.
Yes, and so you should be. You know what your trouble is, don't you?
You have to understand the way that he was, and the way that he was behaving.
I do. I've seen what he's capable of.
I shouldn't have belittled him. Maybe if I hadn't.
So, he lost control.
He kept saying he was never going to let me go. But neither myself nor Jean would ever escape him. He was grabbing me. I couldn't get him off.
And that's when he tried to assault you. Zoe.
There was no doubt in my mind. And actually, I've been remembering things. Well, you know, thinking about things, really.
When you say remembering, you mean like some sort of flashback?
No, I realised. I realised that he'd raped me before, and right then, at that moment, I had a chance to do something about it.
What?
I wanted to kill him. And the opportunity was there, right in front of me. And if one syringe full of horse tranquilizer wasn't going to do it, too sure as hell would.
Tell me you're not serious.
He raped me, Ashley. He wanted to take Jean from me. And I had a chance to get rid of him, and I took it.
Selection blockbuster's not your thing.
Take them or leave them, really.
Oh, they're showing The Third Man at the indie place.
That old black and white thing. Awful music.
Right, well, I'll just keep searching then, shall I?
So, what's she like then, Laurel?
Laurel, she is very nice.
And she's going to be living with us,
No, it's not like that.
isn't it? Well, how come we're being chucked out for them to be alone then?
Well, they probably want some catch-up time.
But they are going out.
Sort of.
How, sort of?
Well, they were engaged for a time, and then the bishop intervened, and now they're sort of on a break.
How come?
Comedy. There's millions of them on, what do you think?
Okay.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Ashley!
What in God's name do you expect me to say?
That you will support me. Do you know how alone I felt?
Support you? You're damn lucky I'm not calling the police!
I could deny this conversation ever took place. Ashley, the man is a rapist.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do! Because in the end, I was having to defend myself.
That's not what you just told me.
If he'd been able to do it before, he would have been able to do it again. That much I'm pretty sure of.
Oh, and you think that's enough? You think pretty sure is enough to validate taking someone's life?
But I didn't take his life, though, did I?
More by good luck than good management.
Yeah. And that's probably the only real regret that I've got, because Scott is still alive, isn't he? More's the pity.
That's insane. Can't you see that's insane? And it's wrong.
Don't judge me, Ashley.
You have to understand. Nothing justifies attempted murder. How could you even think I condone that?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I can't think about something like this. I have to go.
Oh, Ashley. Please. Oh, please.